Shalom, Israel. On the last Sabbath service, we were discussing we were in the 18th chapter of Exodus, right? And at this point, we're in the process of working the way to the land of milk and honey, right? Aaron and Moses had the Israelites, and at this point, Aaron and Moses' family, they have the family there. They're going over the traditions which we keep today, but these were during the times where they were first being done, like the Lord's Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. At this point, they were in the days of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, right? Because the Passover was during the course of them being led away from the Egyptians and fleeing Egypt. So now we're in the times during the course of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And as time is progressing, the other high holy days and holy, you want to call it, the other feast days were starting to come into play as they work their way towards the land of milk and honey through the wilderness. You understand? And as the story progresses, we'll learn even more about the importance of keeping the Lord's feast days and high holy convocations, because these are traditions that are supposed to be passed down through our generations, so on and so forth. And these are very important because as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are to keep these traditions and to keep these high holy days and holy convocations. Because let's say, for example, because if we can keep up Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, your birthday, we can remember Memorial Day, Labor Day, President's Day, all these so-called St. Patrick's Day, Pride Month, not even Pride Day anymore, Pride Month, which happens to be in the same month that Black History Month is. And that's crazy. That's crazy. You want to put Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian history in the same month as Gay Pride, Transformer Pride, Alternative Lifestyle Pride, and just say, y'all have at it. It's foolery. It's blasphemy. But this is how they treat Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is why it's very important that we keep these holy convocations and these feast days. This is why in the Sabbath service, we go over these stories in the scriptures and we go over these prayers, because these are what keeps us grounded as Israelites. This is what keeps us grounded as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? And it's been doing so since these biblical times. And this is why it's imperative that we keep these traditions going, and that we also keep all of these holy convocations and feast days. Shalom, Yahbashim, Yahushua Barakatah, young man Hector. I wish I could have seen you at the East Coast cookout we had at Thomas Jefferson Park last week, man. It was a glorious time. You would have had a good time. You could have brought the family out with you and everything, man. But it's all right. We'll have other cookouts, other feast days, and you'll be more than welcome to attend, brother. Trust me when I tell you. But yes, like I was saying, it's very important that we keep these holy convocations and we keep these feast days, because this is all part of our history, our heritage, and our survival as well. We're going to get back into the book of Exodus, but first, Imagine, which means to stand. Saw, which means to turn and face the east. Right. Yeah, one moment. Bear with me one Block Israel. I'm going to turn the face east. I'm going to start with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Avanawa, Sheva Shemayim, Qudash, Hayah, Shemkah, Yahweh, Malakavka, Thaba'ah, Ratazakah, Hayah, Ashah, Bayaratazah, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanlanawa, Lakam, Kalyawam, Wasalakhlanawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafyanawa, Wala'ah, Thabayanawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Lakah, Amalakwa, Waha Allah, Wahatapa Araf, La'awala Yum, Aman, in English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, and will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kushah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Lar Pa'ah, Kal Makalah, Ukal, Matawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakarayam, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawath, Hata Ma'ala, Lagarshin, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water Aman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashta'ah, Ayanya, Haharya, Mahayan, Yava'ah, Azariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Ashar, Shemayim, Wayaratazar, Al Yathan, Lamawats, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasharaya, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad Yamka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Hakak, Yakaka, Bayarak, Bala Yala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makara, Yashamar, Af, Napashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Waba'afka, Mayata'ah, I will in the English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil, and he shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damiyah Lakah, Al Thaka Arash, Al Thasakwat, Al Kayahana, Abu Yabyaka, Yahamayawan, Wamashanayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawad, Wayata, the Ya'itazawa, Ayataza Pawan, Yaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakayadyam, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasharaya, Awa, Kaya, Nawa Ayatazawa, Lab, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryat, Yakarafwa, Ahalya, Al Adawam, Wayashamaya Liyam, Mawa'abka, Wahagariam, Gabal, Wa'aimawan, Wa'aimalakwat, Halashap, Aim Yashabya, Tazawar, Gam, Ashawar, Nalawa, Aimam, Ayawa, Zarawai, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Shah, Laham, Kamadyam, Ka, Saya, Sarah, Awad, Sarah, Kaya, Kayabyan, Banaka All, Karayashwan, Na Shamakwa, by Ayan Daira, Ayawa, Daman, La Dama, Sayatumwa, Nadiyakmawa, Kayara, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazala Manai, Kal, Nashiyakumwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarasha Lanawa, Naawaf, Alahayam, Alahaya, Sayadumwa, Kagagala, Karach, Lapanya, Raka, Kaash, Daba Yaira, Wakalaba, Dalahat, Haryam, Khan, Daradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasapaka, Daba Halam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Karalawan, Wali Yabashwa, Shamkat, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Ba'alwa, Ayadia Aiwa, Yakaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'aiwa, Kaya, Athar, Shakat, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kaha, Al Ratazar. And in English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and peace be not still. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, and Saul also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They have become as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a rabbi like Zeeb, yea, all their princesses abide as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like the wheel as a stumble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded in trouble forever, yea. Let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, are the most high of all earth. Blessings in the Hebrew. By Barakatha Yahweh wa Yahweh Shah, wa Mayak Allah, wa Allahayim, Matazabya Alawap Yahanna, Ha Alawapyam, Hazaranyam, Ha Karatzazayanyam, Ha Karayayam, Wa Alawapyam, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, the water Aman. In English, bless you, Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you. So be it. So I was reading the turn. The Shabi, which means to be seated. Most High Christ, young man, Hector. It's Tawab. I know it's far travels even by bus and train. I know you would have made it if it was possible, though. That I know. All right. Last we left off in the book of Exodus. They were had Moses' family was dining. They were dining. We were in the book of Exodus, the 18th chapter, verse 18, in the Hebrew. Nabal the ball, Nabal, the ball, gum, Atha, gum, Ha'aim, Haza'ah, Ashar, Ahmad, Imad, Kaya, Kabar, Salakia, Kabad, Mamad, Adabar, La'ah, Tabakal, Aisha Awa, Ladabar, verse 19. Aitha'ah, Shemai, Ba Karalaya, Ayai Tazad, Yahweh, Alahayim, Amar, Hayah, Aitha, Atha'ah, La'aim, Mawla, Ha Alahayim, Wahabath, Atha'ah, Atha, Hadabaryum, Allah, Ha Alahayim, verse 20. I'm Salakia, Wa Zahar, Zahar, Tha'ah, Athaham, Atha, Haka Koryum, Wa'ath, Ha Tharath, Waha Wa Ha Wad Aitha, Laham, Atha, Ha Darad, Yalakawa, Ba'a, Wa'a, Wa'atha, Hamai Sha'a, Ashar, Ya'ai Shawa, Ya Ya Ya'ai Shawa, verse 21. Wa'atha. Wa'atha. It's like the kaza'a. Maka'al. Ha'aim. Anashia. Anasha. Kayal. Ya. 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 Ra'aya. Alahayim. Anashia. Amath. Shanaya. Ba'ataza'ai. Washamath. Alahayim. Sharia. Alapayum. Sharia. Ma'awath. Sharia. Kamashim. Washaraya. Aisharath. Verse 22. Verse 22. Washa Washapa Sawa Atha Ha'aim Bakla Aitha Yahweh Kala Hadabar I could the all Ha Gadal Yah Yahweh Allah Aliyad Wakala Hadabar Ha Kara Sawa Yashapat Sawa Wakara La Ma'ai Yad Wana Sa'awa after Adad Salaki. Salaki. Verse 23. Atha, Adabar, Hazaha, Ta'aisha, Wataza, Tazawad, Alahaim, Waya Kalath, Imad, Wagam, Kala, Ha'aim, Haza'ah, Ilah, Makara Mawa, Yaba'a, Bashala Lawam. Verse 24. Waya Shamai, Masha'ah, La Karawa, Ka Thanawa, Waya Aisha, Waya Aish, Waya Ashai, Aisha, Kala, Ashar, Amar. Verse 18 in the English. Thou wilt surely wear away both thou and this people that is with thee, for this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. Meaning, this is Moses' family, like his father, his mother, things like that, right? This is Moses' family. And they're telling him, you and Aaron cannot do this work of the Lord alone. Y'all cannot do this by yourselves. You need help. Basically, they plead with Moses, let us help. You understand? Let us help. Verse 19. Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to Godward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God. Slack. Verse 19. Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people Godward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God. Meaning, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you counsel. And the Lord's gonna be with us in this counsel. We're gonna seek wise counsel, and we're gonna make sure that we're making the wisest decisions according to the Most High God, right? And He's gonna make sure that we're doing everything in structure and in order. Because in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 40, it says, let all things be done in decency and in order. And the main thing is doing things according to protocol of the Most High, which is everything that's in the Bible. Verse 20. Verse 20 in the English. And thou shalt teach them accordances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk and the work that they must do. Meaning, if you're carrying out the work of the Most High God, you have to walk in His ways. Meaning, you can't half-ass it. You have to do it wholeheartedly, and you have to want to do it, because this is not for you. This is for the Most High God. You want to serve the Most High. You want to please the Most High God. You understand? So you do His works, you do His bidding, and you do it according to the scriptures. You don't do it according to what you think or what you feel how it should go. You do it according to what the Most High says. You do it according to these scriptures, these laws, statutes, and commandments. Verse 21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands and rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties and rulers of tens. Now that's given a structure order. That's given a rank order, meaning you find able men out of these Israelites to fish and to make and to make them preacher, fishers of men. You give them the law, statutes, and commandments. You make sure they fear God and that they keep the law, statutes, and commandments, so they can help raise the dead and raise more men up to be fishers of men and continue to do the same. You understand? You give them rank. You give them rank of 50. You give them rank of 1,000. You give them a rank of 500. You give them a rank of 5,000. You understand what I'm saying? You give them the rank to rule over the others that cannot rule themselves. Verse 22. And let them judge the people at all seasons, and it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. Meaning, all the big stuff you bring it to the council, you bring that to the priests, you bring that to the head priest and chief priest, and so on. And all the small matters, if you're a priest, you can judge yourself. You can handle the small matters, but the big matters, bring them into the wise men, bring them to the elders, bring them to the council, bring them to the head chiefs, the head priests. You understand? Verse 23. And they also say they shall bear the burden with thee, meaning when you judge the small things, you bear the burden, so it doesn't become a big thing. Verse 23. If thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go into their place in peace. Meaning, if we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, continue praising the Lord, endure to the end, we shall be at peace as a people. You understand? Verse 24. So Moses, hearkening to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. Meaning, he listened to the advice of his father-in-law, and he took heed to it. You understand? And he did what he said. All right. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 18, verse 25 in the Hebrew. Wayab Kar. Waya Bakar. Waya Bakar. Masha'ah. Ana Shaya. Kayal. Makala. Yasharaya. Wayakawa. Watham. Ra'ashayam. Allah. Hayam. Stalaki. Ha'aim. Sharia. Alapiyam. Sharia. Ma'awaf. Sharia. Ka Mashiyam. Washaraya. Aisharath. Verse 26. Washa Pash. What? Atha. Salaki Af. Ha'aim. Bakal. Aitha. Af. Hadabar. Hakara Sha'a. Hakarash Hakarasha. Ya Baya Awa. Allah. Masha'a. Wakal. Hadabar. Hakara Sawa. Yashapal Washwa. Han. Verse 27. Wayashaka. Wayashalaka. Masha'a. Af. Ka. Thanawa. Wayalad. Lawa. Allah. Ira Tazawa. Chapter 19, verse 1. Now, at this point, this is Moses out on Mount Sinai. Book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 1. Bahadash. Washalaya. Shaya. La Taza Ath. Banaya. Yasharaya. Ma'arataza. Matazarayim. Bayawam. Hazaha. Ba'awa. Madabar. Sayaniya. Verse 2. Wayasaiwa. Mara Payadam. Wayabaawa. Madabar. Sayaniya. Wayakanawa. Bamadabar. Wayakawa. Shum. Yasharaya. Nagadar. Har. Verse 3. Wama Sha'a. Ila'a. Allah. Ha Alahayim. Wayakara Ra'a. Alayawa. Yahweh. Mawah. Hahar. La'amar. Ka'a. Tha'amar. Labayath. Ya'ai Karab. Watha Gabayad. Labanayah. Yashariah. Verse 4. Atham. Ra'aya Yatham. Ashar. Aishayaf. Lamatazarayim. Wa'a Sha'a. Ashakam. Allah. Kanapaya. Nasharayam. Wa'aba. Ahkum, Aliyah, chapter 18, verse 25 in the English. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. Verse 26. And they judged the people at all seasons. The hard causes they brought unto Moses, but everything small matter they judged themselves. Meaning all the big stuff they brought to Moses, because Moses and Aaron they're the overseers for the Most High. They're the head priests, the head chiefs, because they get the word straight from the Most High. Moses gives it to Aaron. Aaron passes it down to the people because Moses has a speech impediment. You understand? So that's the hierarchy of things. Verse 27. And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land. And at that point, he let his father go back to his own land and kept it pushing. Once they got everything in order. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 1 in the English. In the third month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. Now, when they fled from Egypt, they went right directly into the wilderness, when the Most High just wanted them to go into the wilderness and praise him in the first place. Now that they went through all that they went through, they're still in the wilderness to praise him. Verse 2. For they were departed from Rephidim and were come to the desert of Sinai and had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mount. Meaning they camped out in front of the mountain, basically, They pitched camp. You know what I mean? I take it they made tents back then. And tent in the Hebrew is bayath. 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 Bayath is tent in the Hebrew, which is the letter Ba in the Hebrew. Where, Abba, God, Daha, yeah, you get it. Verse 3. And Moses went unto God, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel. Verse 4. Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Meaning, at this point, Moses is giving the Most High, the Most High is giving Aaron his instructions, letting him know in the same day that you left Egypt, I brought you unto me, because you're my people, you're my possession. You understand? This is where the Most High breaks it down to Moses, and basically lets him know. Basically, I'm paraphrasing it, but basically, the Most High is telling Moses what to say to the people. This is what you let the people know. I freed them from the clutches of the Egyptians and brought them unto me. Pharaoh wouldn't let them go. I brought them unto me. You understand? We're gonna pick this up. For time's sake, we're gonna pick this back up next week. Next Sabbath service. We're gonna continue this way. It starts to get good. And y'all make sure that you tune in, and make sure y'all tune in Friday for the Lashwan Kodash for the Hebrew. Okay. My apologies for not having it yesterday. You understand? I was having personal issues. I was ill. But make sure you tune in this Friday for the Lashwan Kodash. It's gonna be a 12 and a solid class. Because in order for us to learn the Most High's prayers and to learn his language, we have to learn the language. It's imperative that we do as a people. You understand? And with that, Israel, we're gonna stand for the Lord's prayers. Imagine. Sorry, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer. It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakavka, Taba'ah, Ratazakah, Hayah, Aisha, Bayaratazar, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Lathamanawa, Lakam, Kal Yawam, Wasalakwanawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Yanawa, Wala'ah, Thabaya Anu, Manasayawan, a ball, Awashanaiwa, Mayan, Bra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha Allah, Waha Dapa Araf, Lava Iwalam, Aman, in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Baba Kushah, Nathumlanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Makalah, Wakal, Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, La Hakarayam, Amapyum, Hakak, Ira Kawaf, Ha Tama'ala, Lagarshin, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the water Aman, in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al, Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'ayim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Wayaratazar, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana'a, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasharaya, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad Yamka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Bala Yala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar Af, Napashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Baba'aka, Mayata'a, Wa'ai Iwalam, in English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 123, Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al, Damiyah, Lakah, Al, Thaka Arashwa, Al, Thasaquat, Al, Kaya, Hana, Awayabyaka, Yahama'ayawan, Wamashanayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawad, Wayatha Ayatazawa, Ayatazapawan, Yaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakayadyam, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shum, Yashariah, Awad, Kaya, Nawai Tazawad, Lab, Yakad, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Barya, Yakarathwa, Ahaya, Adawam, Shemai La Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagariam, Kabal, Wa'ayim Mawan, Wa'aylaquat, Wa'ayim Malakara, Palashah, I'm Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gam, Ashwar, Nalawa, Imam, Ayawa, Zarawai, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadyan, Kal, Sayasara'a, Kiyabyan, Na Banakaal, Karayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan Daira, Ayawa Daman, La Badma, Shaytamwa, Nadiyamawa, Ka'ira, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazaladamana I, Ka Nayasakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayasha'a, Lanawa, Nayawaf, Allahayim, Allahayah, Shaytamwa, Kagagala, Karash, Lapanya, Rakah, Ka'ash, Thaba'ira Yaira, Wakalaba'a, Thalahat, Haryam, Khan, Daradatmo, Vasa Irika, Wabasabapavka, Thabahalam, Mala'ab, Panyaham, Karalawan, Wayabak, Bayakwashwa, Shimkad, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayaba'alwa, Idea Iwa, Yakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shimkad, Yahweh, Labaka, Al Yawan. I call Ha'aratazar in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and peace be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perish at Endor. They have become as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes of Ban is Zamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like the wheel as a stumble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded in trouble forever, yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that whose name alone is Yahweh, are the most high over all the earth. Blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh wa Yahweh Shah, wa me Yaka'ala, wa Alahayim, and Tazab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahanna, Ha Alawapyam, Hazaranyam, Ha Karatazah Yanyam, Ha Haka Yayal, wa Alawapyam, Alawapyam. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, the water Aman. And in English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you. So be it. So, which means the term. This concludes the Sabbath service. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Pay your tithes. Men of Israel will give one courtesy salute. Majim Shabbat. Majim Barak. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah Barak Adah. Yahweh Matah. Saw to the sisters, which means turn face the sisters. Get a sister one courtesy salute. Majim Shabbat. Majim Barak. Yahweh Shemar Alethem Bashem Yahweh Shah. Yajamata, dismissed.